What's going on, fellow rock and rollers? Peace and love with Tons of aka Cowabunga and rock and roll. See in the description, we are going to be doing some stretching your throat exercises, throat stretching exercises, not necessarily singing exercises, but things you might do to stretch your throat and keep your throat loose. Now, for singers, I like to do a few different things. For myself, one of them is actually to pop a cough drop to keep things loose in your throat, even if I'm not sick. Ones that have vitamin C in it, possibly ones that'll just like sort of have menthol and clear things up a little bit. But that's just something I like to use, even when I'm driving in the car. I also like to drink some tea to keep the throat loose. We're going to get to something like that towards the end. So stretching your throat, right? Some of these might be a little strange, but just bear with me, all right? The first one that I like to do is literally not even making a sound. I'm just going to watch and move my Adam's apple kind of in and out by going. You see, I'm just focusing my attention on going, almost like going, with making my Adam's apple go up and down. So you could do this and just focus on that, almost like giving a heartbeat, a rhythmic beat to doing that with your throat. So that's one way you can kind of strengthen your throat muscles for singing. Another one that I like to do is to point my head up. Ooh, sometimes you feel a crack in your back or your neck like I just did. Point your head up and leave your mouth open, almost like you're saying, ah. And then bring slowly your chin to your chest. And that stretches a lot of this in there, right? That movement of and you can close your mouth, these will bring your chin to your chest. That's a way that I like to stretch out my throat a little bit. Another way to do it is to massage your throat. Not hard, you don't want to squeeze and choke yourself, obviously, but on the side of your neck, right around where your throat is, just gently massage it. That's a way to warm it up and stretch it out. If you want, you could even do something really nice here with your Adam's apple or near that area. Just really nicely massage it. It'll keep things loose, break up any mucus or any sort of phlegm or anything that's in there a little bit, right? Especially for singing and you don't want to be choking on your own saliva, let's say. Another stretching your throat exercise I like is to fake yawn. This warms up your face and your throat at the same time, and then you might actually yawn. So if you go like this, you inevitably strengthen your throat by doing that. It actually turned into a real yawn. All right, so you can do that, and it'll stretches your throat a little bit. So these are some throat stretching exercises that I like. Not necessarily singing exercises, but they will help with singing, just sort of stretching our throat. And the last one I like to do is to gargle with warm salt water. Now, I already put it in here. And you could even move your voice a little bit up and down while doing this, or you can just gargle it, and that kind of warms up your throat for singing as well. Salty. Now, you don't necessarily have to swallow it. You can spit it out into the sink, but for the sake of this, I have nowhere to spit it to, so I'm not going to spit it on the floor or back in here. I'm going to swallow it. So notice I did a little bit of it with just a little bit of gargling by just going sort of thing. And then I put a little tone behind it, went, and you can move your voice up and down a little bit by going, Let me show you again. And by doing that, you're inevitably stretching out your throat. So pretty cool stuff. Point your head up, mouth open, bringing it down. Massage your throat, fake yawn, gargle with warm salt water. Maybe pop pop a cough drop or have some nice sort of warm tea, not crazy hot because you don't want to burn your throat, but nice warm tea to keep things loose. And there's so many different things that we can do to keep our throat loose as stretching. And this not just with singing, but just in general to keep your throat loose for talking and to work your way through the world every day. So thanks for tuning in. Peace and love, thumbs up, and AK, Cowabunga, and rock and roll. You never know what to expect. Keep on tuning in for all things music related and fun. Bye-bye.